Well, hello, my beautiful Virgo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-July right through to mid-August 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who is coming in your way. Also, just to let you know, I'm opening up the competition to win a free personal reading from me. I haven't been able to do it for quite some time due to certain circumstances, but these issues have now been resolved. So here I am opening it up, but I'll let you know how to win it later on because some people are here for the reading only and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know regarding their love life right now? Can you please guide them? Who is on their way to meet my beautiful Virgo? What is going on in their love life? We've got the whip there. We have the owls. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know regarding their love life? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see at this time regarding love? Can you please show them the way? Well, first off, I can see here that some of you with the whip card, I'm using the LENORMAND deck, so this is spiritually symbolic of what you're going through. I see that you've been having a lot of difficulty, of course, finding love, but that's an obvious thing to say. I feel you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders right now. And some of you may have had repetitive difficult relationships or difficult experiences in love, and it's almost like you've withdrawn from the dating scene because of that for a while. But I do see with your outcome energy, and we will go a little bit deeper into the Celtic cross to see who's coming your way, I do see a communication coming in that is romantic in nature. Now, your first card there, of course, is number 11, so you're looking for a soulmate, but the whip energy can indicate that there's been some sort of conflict, or you've almost like been keeping love at arm's length because you've been healing. It could also be that there's no one out there right now who's really sparking your attention. It just feels like love is so far away at the moment and that it's hard. So I feel like you are focusing on your tasks, responsibilities. Some of you are like super busy right now as well, and you just haven't had the time to really dedicate, your focus to love. So I feel there's this energy here that some of you are sorting through difficult experiences you've had in love to try and understand them. Also with the owls in the resistance position, it can indicate that some of you haven't been like getting out there in social settings where there is the potential to meet love. Because sometimes, we can meet our friends and go for a catch up, and, you're so submerged in catching up with your friends. So it's like you don't see anyone outside of the circle of friends that you are with in that moment. So I feel some of you are trying to reevaluate the way that you go out to enjoy yourself, certain events that come your way, invitations, because I feel some of you are trying to find an alternative way to open up to love. But I really get a sense here that it's hard, but also it's like repetition. This card can represent repetition. So if you've tried online dating for a while, or, even for a moment, you may have gone, oh, there's just no one out there. It's just the same old faces popping up that you're not interested in. Or it could be that, you're meeting the same sort of person with the same sort of lesson, and it's really just not going anywhere. It feels like a very transient kind of dating scene at the moment. Some of you are like, what dating scene? I'm not even putting myself out there right now. I'm just focusing on my tasks and responsibilities, because what's the point? You don't want to waste time. So I really get a sense here that it's not something that you are actively seeking at this time. Even though you want love, I feel it's something that perhaps you have almost like resigned yourself to. Perhaps it's not coming. But that's not true at all. I definitely see some sort of romantic encounter happening here for you, where there are lots of messages. I mean, you've got the owls. Again, it's in the resistance position. So this can indicate right now, whoever's energy I'm picking up on, you're not talking to anybody that you're remotely interested in or can see a future with. For those of you who have just met somebody, I'm not picking up on your energy, but if you're wondering where it could be going, I mean, the overall energy is romantic communication, so getting to know someone at this time. But I'm only picking up, it looks like, on people who have not met anybody just yet. But you're about to, because the owls can indicate a level of frustration or restlessness where, you know, you just want to break out of the funk. So I feel some of you, there is some sort of communal event, because birds can represent, you know, coming together and going out there and having fun. So if you haven't received any invitations just yet, or there's been no events kind of organized, there could be one coming up shortly, but I will have to check in with the Celtic Cross first, just to see what is coming your way. Now, also, with the owl's energy, if you think about the nature of an owl, it waits and watches and observes. So there could be somebody that perhaps you are repeating a cycle with, who comes in and out of your life, and they promise the world, but they deliver nothing. Or it could be that they just, you know, tend to self-sabotage, because this can be a card that indicates that there is unfinished business, a cycle of repeat that you're trying to close out, but at the same time, you observe their actions and watch them and see if they will ever mature to the point where they will open up to a long-term relationship. You could hear from this person, because we do have communication there, but looking at the energy, I feel it doesn't go any further than that at this time. And it can be that this person has some unresolved issues within themselves, and they're stuck in a cycle of repeat. And I feel like they're not emotionally available to offer you the love that you deserve at this time. So I feel some of you are noticing that you can't wait any longer for this person, and you are basically fleeing the nest. You're off, you're gone, you're kind of trying to leave that behind. So I feel a lot of you kind of like gaining a lot of wisdom, but mainly I feel this energy of you learning from past experiences and, you know, sorting out what it is that you want in a relationship, and certainly what it is that you do not want in a relationship at this time. And of course, we had the letter. This is your outcome energy. So there is going to be some sort of communication between you and another, and it is romantic in nature, okay? This is a card that indicates getting to know someone, someone who is a trusted companion, dependable, someone who is romantic at heart. So this is messages. This could be you meeting someone, and then there's lots of, you know, text messages or emails back and forth. This is expressing yourself. So whoever this person is, they are going to express their feelings for you. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, and I'm clairaudient as well. And I am hearing and seeing some text. So either this new person who's about to come into your life, because right now I don't see anybody, this seems new. Either this person is really into poetry. I mean, the other day I did a reading for, I think it was Libra. So maybe you have Libra placements, or maybe you're about to meet a Libran, or someone with Libra placements there, because I'm getting some Shakespeare, it sounds like. So either this person is into Shakespeare, or maybe theater, or maybe you are, or perhaps, you know, you're going to see this. I think it's a sonnet. I don't want to call it a poem. I want to call it a sonnet. So let me just give you what I can hear right now. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds. Okay. Okay, that's all I'm being given. Okay, so that literally means, if I can decode that, love is not love, which alter. Yeah, so love is not changeable. Okay, so I feel, you know, you're about to meet someone who's constant, someone who is true, someone who is dependable and faithful, and they're not transient. You know, they're not someone who's going to be a fly-by-night. So I feel this is something that, of course, you have learned. We all learn that lesson. But I feel this is someone who's very romantic in nature, and they are very cultured. I feel whoever this person is, well-traveled, but I feel like they could be into the arts, or they could be, I mean, this is a pen, like an old-fashioned fountain pen there, and some wonderful writing. So perhaps this person is a writer, or they appreciate sonnets, Shakespeare, perhaps. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, it could be that you literally come across this poem or sonnet in the next coming weeks and months, and it indicates that you're about to meet someone. So please take it as it resonates. Sometimes these things, they mean absolutely nothing in this moment. You're like, whatever. And then suddenly you see those words and you're like, well, that was weird. Could be on like an item in the shop. Maybe it's engraved in it. Perhaps it's going to be something you see in a movie, or something that's in a reel or an advert. And suddenly you're like, okay, it's a signpost to let you know that you're about to meet somebody new. Okay. There's a lot of romance attached to this. It could be someone who writes poetry, perhaps, or maybe even might write that sonnet in a card to you later on in your relationship. So anyway, let's get to the Celtic cross and see a little bit more about who is coming your way. We've got the Queen of Cups. You're so ready to fall in love, okay? You're someone who has a lot of affection. You have a lot of empathy. You tend to be very nurturing, very supportive, very healing to the person that you fall in love with. And you have a beautiful, pure heart. Now, when you have a Queen of Cups, there's always a bit of a cautionary tale with a Queen of Cups. It tends to mean that you're an overgiver, and you've been learning a lesson about reciprocity, about, you know, still opening your heart to love, but at the same time, making sure that there is balance, that you know, do not tip the balance into basically trying to fix a person or giving too much when they are giving little. So I feel some of you may have met people in the past who perhaps had a lot of chaos or a lot of insecurity or things within themselves. I got to go get those cards because they just flew across the altar there. One moment, please. Sorry about that, my beautiful Virgo. Your cards are the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, so I'm not surprised to see the 6 of Pentacles there because it's all about reciprocity. It's about balance, but you're going to be pleasantly surprised very, very soon if you haven't been already. But looking at the energy, I feel like nobody's come in right now, but you're about to meet someone. And I mean, you are attracting the happy ever after. Okay, you are attracting a time of peace and serenity in relationships. You know, a relationship where you could settle down with a person is what I'm seeing there, because that 10 of Cups indicates, you know, that you can meet someone who wants the same things as you for the future. You're looking in the same direction. You have the same sort of belief system and the same sort of realism about what a relationship can be, whilst at the same time retaining that sense of romance. We've got the Knight of Swords here. So yeah, communication in the near future. You're about to meet someone where there's a lot of expression. We've got the Temperance card. Again, that's a card of balance and harmony. We've got the Fool card, a new start. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? We've got the Tower. Okay, so if you're feeling a little bit stuck in your circumstances, you may feel, you know, it's a repetitive cycle or the same old thing, just a different day. We've got the 6 of Swords. You're being guided towards a new person here. I will clarify that 6 of Swords when I get to it, but this indicates that you're being guided to a new person. Your person is a Knight of Swords energy. So again, some strong Libra energy coming from this person. This person, very artistic, really into music, sort of writing, films, that sort of thing. I mean, I'm not sure what they do for a living. I feel utilizing words and expressing themselves is very important. I'm actually seeing test tubes, okay, with this person. So it could be that they work in science, perhaps, you know, music is very science-based as well. But it could be that, I mean, test tubes, they kind of like represent knowledge. Maybe it means that you're testing the dating scene or have thought about getting back in there at some point. But what I see here is that even though this person, they're very artistic and they have a very rich kind of like private life after like work and things. If they're still in the working environment, they may be retired as well there. So I'm not picking up whether they're still working or whether they're retired. I'm just picking up test tubes with this person. So I feel like they are someone who used to work or still work in an environment where they maybe test things to find facts or results in some way. Explorative. So yeah, I'm not really sure what else to get from that. So yeah, let's move on with your reading. We have the Queen of Cups as your protagonist energy. So this means that, you know, your heart is ready. You have been sorting through some things. It has been difficult. I mean, what's crossing you is the Ten of Swords, the end of something that was really painful. Now, this doesn't have to be like last week or last month. It could be years ago, something that you have been getting over or trying to sort through in order to basically work out the whys of the experience, to heal, of course. But I mean, I feel like you're so ready for a new beginning. The Queen of Cups there indicates that you have created an environment where, although your heart is ready, I feel like you need to create space in your everyday circumstances to be open to new love. But I really feel with this Knight of Swords, there's this energy, maybe that's what the test tubes are all about. It's like you're going to see where it goes. I get this energy that you're going to meet someone, but you're not going to rush into anything. You're going to see where it goes. So it could be that you're going to explore, you know, where this relationship goes. And I feel it actually indicates here that you and this person, you will go on a little bit of a getaway together. I feel you'll travel quite early in this connection with this person. And it's going to be really refreshing and fun and playful. And I feel, you know, it could be the start of something really special, but I'm not being able to see until I get to the Six of Swords. I'll have to clarify. I'm not being able to see where it goes after that. Will you meet this person in the next 6 to 10 weeks? I feel the answer is yes. Okay. That Queen of Cups indicates, though, that you are open to love, but we have that Ten of Swords there. Something came to an abrupt end that you've been dealing with, and I feel like you are hopeful for a new beginning, but I feel some of you are not actively seeking it. I do feel there is something that you will go to that may put you in the position to meet this person. However, I'm also getting a very strong energy of swords in your reading. When there's so many swords in the reading, it can also indicate meeting someone online, okay? There is an energy of the ether floating about in your reading right now, so I feel some of you could meet this person online. They could be at a slight distance from you. I'm actually being given an image of a hare jumping over the moon. A hare jumping over the moon. Now, this could be a logo, could be the name of a place that you'll meet this person, or perhaps it's an image you'll see. I mean, I'm being given a really sort of strong energy of heightened intuition, good fortune. I mean, there is a famous, there's a story about the hare jumping over the moon, if I remember rightly, and it's something about missing home, because I'm being given this energy of missing home or going home. So it could be that wherever you meet this person, either they have been missing home and they come to wherever it is that you live, and that's when you meet them. Maybe they're relocating to where you live, or perhaps you are sort of yearning to relocate and go back to where you feel like you belong or where you grew up. Maybe that's the energy that I'm getting, but I'm also, moon, it tends to be all about romance. The hare can also indicate, that you're overcoming fear in romance and you are just opening yourself up to a loving relationship. So please take it as it resonates. I can't do anything more with it than that, other than give you the image of what I see. But the Ten of Swords in this position, because you read it as a crossing card, you've got it in the reverse, which means a new start. It also means you're recovering from something, getting over from something. moving on from something, and basically there's freedom there, especially with the Tower present. So I feel, you know, this is the beginning of something really wonderful, and you've waited a long time for this. Now we have the Ten of Cups. This is on the earthly plane. You're finding happiness within. You know, you recognize that happiness does not lie outside of yourself, that you are showing up for yourself. You're learning to fall in love with your life, fall in love with parts of yourself that perhaps you haven't loved for quite some time. This is all about emotional security, self-love, self-care, and it's some of you, you know, you've had some family responsibilities that you've been taking care of, or, you know, you're very family oriented, whether that's your soul tribe or your immediate family. I feel that you have had some responsibilities on your shoulders, but I feel like you're definitely looking for someone who is either looking for a family or looking to settle down, or, you know, has a lot of respect for the family unit is what I'm being given here. But with the Ten of Cups in this position, it also indicates that you're calling in a soulmate where you will settle down and potentially get married as well. But I feel like you may put marriage off for a while if you're looking for marriage. Some of you are not looking for marriage, but with the Hangman present, it feels like it's going to be a very rewarding, enriching relationship, and you're not rushing in to settle down or seal the deal, as it were. I feel this is an organic relationship where you just want to be happy with the person and get to know them on a deeper level, and just, you know, explore the love that you both have for each other. But this tends to represent marriage, and this is the earthly plane position. So this is indicating what you're calling in real time. So I feel, you know, you are actually going to open yourself up to a very fulfilling relationship where there's a lot of joy, a lot of peace, serenity, and this sense of family. Now, of course, this can indicate that you and this person, you'll settle down together, maybe adopt a pet or have children if you want to have children, or if you already have children, there's going to be this kind of merging of families going on. Or if you're not looking for children at all, it could be that you're just enjoying each other's company. But I really feel like you're calling in a happy relationship at this time, and there's something familiar about this person. It almost feels like you've met before, even though you haven't. Okay, now we've got the Six of Pentacles there. It's in the past position. So this can indicate that you've been learning about balance, about harmony, that perhaps you've met people in the past who've been very selfish with your love, who have basically taken your love and kindness and taken advantage in some way. It doesn't have to be, but this card can represent that. But also the Six of Pentacles indicates that there's going to be an unexpected event in your life. Now, for some of you, it could be that you've already been invited to something and you're like, oh, this is unusual. It's not something you typically go to, but you're contemplating it. And this may be a place where you meet this person. But also the Six of Pentacles is the universe stepping in, divine intervention to, send you a generous kind of opportunity to meet someone new. And I say generous, I feel, sometimes we ask for things and it never shows up. And it's like the generosity has to be bestowed on you at some point in your life, because it's always like it's someone else's turn and then someone else's turn, and then eventually it's our turn. So I feel it's like your turn right now to meet someone because you've waited a long time, and in that time you've been focusing on your own needs. You've been really sharing a part of yourself and being really generous. I feel like you're very charitable. You help people, you're a great friend, you've been distributing so much goodness. It's only fair that now the generosity is bestowed upon you. And that's what I'm really feeling with this. And some of you, I'm getting this energy that some of you have lit a candle and asked for a love that is true and loyal. If that's you, because obviously everybody hasn't done that, but if that's you, I feel you're being given an energy right now that your prayers or your affirmations will be answered. And if it's not you, I mean, maybe it's something that I'm being given right now for you to do, but whether you do it or not, I feel now is the time to meet someone. Now, what is the potential position? We've got the Hangman. So I'm getting two energies with this. One is you've been waiting a long time, but that's great because it means the right person is being orchestrated towards you. Sometimes when we rush into things with people or we try and force things, you know, it ends up that we learn a very valuable lesson and that we're not with the right person. So I feel in the pause that you've been learning how to, you know, be happy by yourself, be wonderfully independent, and recognize that love starts for the self first. And of course, that happiness is not outside yourself. You know, an addition, like in a relationship, an addition of a person into your life, which you can have a relationship with that person, it doesn't mean that you can be happy. You can be in a relationship and still be unhappy. So I feel like you've been learning to make sure that you build a happy life for yourself so that no one can ever take that away from you. Because I feel some of you have had experiences in the past where either you've been ghosted or you have had sort of toxic relationships, because the whip is a very strict and hard card. It can indicate that you've had some pain or some challenge in relationships, and it's repeated a lesson about valuing yourself and recognizing red flags. So I feel like you've done that, you've learned it. The owl represents a lot of knowledge, you're retaining that knowledge and you're taking that with you. The hangman is basically to turn life upside down, to see it from a different viewpoint. So some of you, especially with the Knight of Swords here, you're responding differently to the dating scene. So some of you, you know, you could actually go to an event that you've never sort of been to before. I'm actually seeing a peacock mask. So some of you could have been invited to like a summer ball where people wear fancy dress, perhaps. I mean, peacocks, interesting. I always say peacocks, it's about letting yourself be seen in all your glory, that you are you and that is your superpower and you are lovable and you're about to meet someone who finds you highly attractive. But also, I mean, if I'm coming back to this energy of like Shakespeare, because I'm being given this sort of like someone giving a peacock feather and seeing a peacock mask. Back in the old days, I'm being given this energy, and I think it came up in a reading about 3 or 4 years ago. It's coming up again, this energy of like someone giving a peacock feather. So it could be that I'm being given this energy because someone is about to find you highly attractive and they're going to let you know about it. There's going to be a symbol or a sign, and it may be connected to a peacock feather or a peacock mask, or maybe you're going to an event where those things are about, and that's an indication that you're about to meet someone in that place. I mean, it could be that you meet someone online and you go to a restaurant with that person for dinner and you notice in the background there's lots of peacock feathers, and this is a sign that this person that you're with is highly attracted to you and it's going to go somewhere, okay? Now, we do have that Knight of Swords. It's in the near future position. So you're going to meet this new person and be communicating to this person very, very soon. So as you can see, these are two cards that indicate communication, getting to know someone, but also the Knight of Swords is a need to broaden your perspective or your horizons. Come outside your usual parameters. So if you're in a career, for example, if you typically get up in the morning, go to work, come back home, and, you know, crash out on the sofa because you're exhausted, that's pretty much all of us. It's about time that you do something in your circumstances to open yourself up to new places or new faces, or at least get online dating, for example. But the Knight of Swords, it indicates that no matter what it is that you do, if you set an intention to meet someone new, you will find yourself on the path to meeting that new person. And it's going to be quick. As soon as you meet this person, as I said, it's going to be organic. You're not going to rush into anything, but it's going to be quick. You suddenly just know this is the person that you want to spend your life with, and they know that too when you meet each other. What I see here is that you and this person, you'll actually take like a weekend away quite early in your relationship, and it kind of seals the deal for both of you. It's like, we're just so great together. This is just it. This is the one. Let me just pull a card actually on that Knight of Swords before I move towards your Temperance card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? Anything else they need to know about the Knight of Swords? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? The Temperance card. Interesting that the Temperance card is next. We've got the Death card. So we've got the Five of Swords as well here. It's like, don't overthink this. This is a new beginning, okay? This person, I'm being given an energy that you may shoot the messenger on. Let's put it that way. Just because this new person is actually very quiet and unassuming, do not think that this person isn't passionate and intense and exciting to be with, because I feel there's this kind of like calmness about this new person. And if you're used to someone who brings a lot of drama or a lot of like turbulent, lusty, free-spirited energy, know that this person has that under the surface. They're very much a smoldering kind of person where only you will get access to that. And this person, they're not here to shake up your life and cause a disturbance or a disruptive energy. They're here to fall in love. So I would say with that Five of Swords, especially if you tend to be an overthinker, this new person who's coming in, I feel they're about to change your life, because the Death card is transformation. It represents a new beginning, but it also indicates that old patterns, they don't work in this relationship. It's almost like you're going to feel a little bit out of your comfort zone, which is going to be really exciting. Okay, so this person is not your typical person. They're not going to get you out on a typical date either, which is also refreshing. So it's not going to be the usual, so what do you do for a living? Or what did you do for a living? Nice weather we're having. This person is really going to be quite quirky, open up some conversations that you're going to be like, whoa, that's pretty deep quite quickly. I feel like you're really going to enjoy it, because it shows that this person's really invested in getting to know who you are without wasting each other's time. Because this person wants to know, are you someone that they can build a life with, and vice versa. So I really feel that you respect that with this person. Now we have that Temperance card. This is your advice to yourself in this moment. You're waiting, you're creating balance in your world, and you're focusing on your true life's mission or purpose. Everything in moderation. I feel like you're not rushing out there, as I said, to find love. I feel like you are re-examining your priorities, what's important to you in a relationship at this time, and what is not. Things that you found important many years ago may be different to what you find important now. And you are really taking stock and tapping into your higher self, but also your inner wisdom, and saying, okay, this is a deal breaker, or this is not a deal breaker. And you're really being precise about what it is that you want. And then that's what you're calling in at this time. The Temperance card, of course, indicates keep balance. And also, don't give away too much of yourself all at once, okay? And I know that's a bit of a controversial thing to say, because with the right person, it's just going to flow easy, right? I feel when you meet this right person, it's just going to feel organic and natural. But what I mean by that is retaining a sense of mystery. And I feel for some of you, maybe this is something that perhaps you have been talking about with friends recently, this sense of, having a long-term relationship is hard. People who have been with each other for 30, 40, 50 years, it's like surprising each other all the time, retaining that sense of mystery, letting a little bit, of yourself come out, but at the same time, let yourself be seen for who you are in all your glory. So it's like, I saw this reel the other day of these two people. They'd been in a relationship for 40 years, and they were asked, what is the secret to marriage? And they were like, to surprise each other all the time. And the husband said, and not just with flowers. So it was just kind of an indication that, sometimes you can reveal a part of yourself, and that other person, like, I didn't know that about you. And it's like this wonderful, like, nugget of truth where you're like, that's really exciting and surprising. So I feel there's something like that coming out in your reading right now, and perhaps it's a conversation that you're going to have with this new person. I'm not sure why it's coming out, but I had to mention it because it's coming out in the energy. Now, what are the external circumstances? The Fool card. Get out there, have fun, explore. I mean, this is really an explorative card, but it's also about embracing that open-heartedness, that playfulness. Some of you may feel that life has got pretty serious, okay, because this is a very hard taskmaster card, so it can indicate that you're under a lot of responsibilities, a lot of pressure right now, and finding love is really hard, and also it may be one of the last things on your to-do list at the moment, because I feel like some of you are super busy. But with the Fool card, this is about going out there, having fun, but also it's a fresh new start. Take a chance on love again, especially if you have been hurt in the past. Remember, the person who is about to meet you, they're not going to treat you in the same way. In fact, I feel like they're going to offer a safe space for you to be your wonderful, natural, authentic self, and for you to open up in ways that perhaps you've never opened up before with a person. The Fool card also indicates that there is a fresh kind of energy to this new relationship that's coming towards you, and some of you are actually deciding to go on an adventure. So it really means exploring outside your usual circumstances. So I feel that you are going to either go to an invitation or go to an event or a place, maybe travel somewhere you've never been before. And I get a sense that no matter what, you're going to be guided towards this person. So I feel that change is afoot for you. Now, we also have the Tower. This is in your hope and a fear position. Now, for some of you, this represents rebuilding after a period of feeling really shocked in love. It could be that someone really shook your foundation and you've been finding it really hard to rebuild your life, let alone open up to love again. So it could be that you're in a very protective state. Sometimes the Tower can represent, almost like a prison. We build a place of comfort around our heart because we've been hurt in the past. And then that place of comfort, we start to slip into complacency because it feels too comfortable, and then suddenly we're in a cycle of repeat, and we start to feel a little bit stuck in the cycle of repeat that perhaps we've even built for ourselves. So the Tower can represent taking a leap of faith or breaking down anything that feels stuck or stagnant right now, because we are meant to be free-flowing individuals. And with the Fool card takes the leap of faith. And if you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, in the Tower, two people, they leap out of the window in the Tower, because it's better to take a leap of faith than it is to stay stuck in the same position, because you're going to find yourself really frustrated or just feeling stuck and missing out in some way. But the Tower is basically to be in a position where you want someone to help break down those walls. You want someone who is worthy of your love, someone that you can value and respect, someone that you feel, it's worth breaking down the walls to allow this person in, because some of you have been in a very difficult experience in the past and you've been healing. Also, you don't want anyone to come in who is really going to shake up your peace of mind and disturb or bring chaos to your life. And I feel also, for some of you, this can indicate that you have been avoiding getting out there and finding love due to fear or anxiety. I mean, some of you may not have been in the dating world for quite some time, so you may be a little bit anxious about easing your way back in. For some of you, you're shy, but some of you, I feel like you've just had some really difficult experiences where someone let you down, broke your heart. I mean, Ten of Swords is a very painful energy, so I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you've gone through a very shocking or upsetting experience in love. Also, the Tower is a changeable energy. It can be that it's love at first sight and it's suddenly like, wow, you're out of your comfort zone, which can be thrilling but also daunting. And whenever you get a Tower energy, it can be that high frequencies tend to shatter all that is not authentic and true. And you're looking for someone who is, worth the wait. So I feel like you're not going to give yourself away so easily. It has to be a very special person who comes into your world for you to actually make them a welcome addition to your life, okay? Because I feel like you're very independent, you're self-sufficient, you don't need anybody. You want to share your life with somebody. Now also we have the Six of Swords there. This is your outcome energy. It means that you've been tested. I mean, interesting that you got the test tubes, but now we've got the card of being tested. So I feel like, you've been going through a rite of passage. You've been single for a reason, to fall in love with your life, to fall in love with yourself, and to basically move away from any red flags in people, and you're being transitioned towards something greater, okay? I feel like you're actually being guided to this new person, and some of you have been through some very difficult, repetitive experiences or events in love, and you're almost expecting trouble in a relationship again. It's almost like some of you have learned that love can be very painful, or you can meet people who are unhealed and they kind of come towards you to be fixed in some way. But that's not what's going to happen with this new person, especially since you've got a Knight of Swords representing them, which means this love is going to be different. This is a different experience, and I feel this person who's coming in is for your highest good, and there's a positive outcome around this, this love that's coming in. But also I'm getting a vacation, because the Six of Swords can be travel. So let me just pull a quick card there for you. I feel like you are turning a page when it comes to love. For some of you, you may have been cheated on or lied to, or remember that Five of Swords came out, but it also came out with a Death card, which means you've put an end to that. So if you've had those experiences, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, but you're not going to experience that in this new love, okay? I'm not sure if they want these two cards. Let's see if they organically fall out. I think that they don't want those cards, because I only pick the cards that pop out. So the Four of Swords can represent healing, being protected during difficult times. Four of Swords also indicates that, you know, you are in a peaceful state of mind right now. When it comes to love, you've been taking a break because you needed to take care of yourself, maybe take care of your family. But we've also got Six of Wands there, which is all about letting yourself be seen, that you are going to successfully meet someone, but also you need to influence your circumstances by stepping into the spotlight in some way, and you will accomplish your goal. Also, you're highly attractive, and in your single state, you're going to get a lot of attention. Especially if you are going on a vacation, you're going to notice people noticing you. But I feel wherever you travel at the moment, you're going to notice people noticing you. Let's go a little bit further, because right now I can only see that you're about to meet someone where you're going to have a lot of communication. So let me see, how is this going to go? Can you show me a little bit more where this is going? We've got the Temperance card, so very balanced, okay? Be patient is the energy I'm getting, but the Nine of Cups tells me it's everything you ever wished for in a relationship. It's someone who is very caring, very thoughtful, very loving, someone who ticks all your boxes is what I'm being given. But I also get this sense that, you know, it's going to be organic. You're not going to rush into this. I do see that you'll take a vacation with this person, and you'll know from that moment on. But right now, what I can see for the next 6 to 10 weeks is that you are going to meet someone that you're going to be getting to know a little bit better in a romantic sense. So as soon as this person invites you on a vacation, or you invite them on a vacation, or perhaps it's going to be a natural conversation where both of you say, should we just go away for a quick trip? That's when you'll know this person is the one. And we have the Soulmate card. So there we are. Definitely, at least we can now see where this is going, because I couldn't see where it's going. I got to be honest with you. When I can't see it in the cards and the energy, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this just going to be getting to know someone and then it's like goodbye? But actually, this person is a soulmate. So it says here, this connection involves a close friend, romantic partner, or tribe. So, I mean, it could be that you meet this person where you gather with friends, but I feel this person becomes part of your soulmate family, is what I see. They are a soulmate. There is a bond like no other with this person. And is there anything else I'm being given? I'm just being reminded of the sonnet. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. So it's like this is a true blue love situation where their feelings do not change. They are constant, and the same for you. I feel this is a match, okay? And it ticks the boxes. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. We have the octopus, okay? So this could be an indication that you meet this person by the sea, or maybe, you know, there is a sentient kind of like deep bond between you and this person. The octopus could also be a sign or symbol that you'll see, like a logo, or perhaps it's relevant in some way. I'm also being given an An old-fashioned gramophone I'm seeing in the water. So it could be music, an old-fashioned song will bring you together, or maybe you both have a love of vinyl music. I'm not really sure. So it could also be something you'll see at a place where you visit with this person. Now your final runes are the hero rune. This literally means potential. It has a lot of potential to be a long-term relationship, and that it's a positive conclusion. It marks the beginning of something really special when you get this rune. And also we got the sun rune, loving that. So that means joy, happiness, you know, that happy ever after. But it also indicates allowing yourself be seen, achieving a love wish, and, you know, meeting someone who's really real with you. Someone who, you know, they know what they want. They're not going to, like, waste your time. And I feel you may travel somewhere with this person that is very sunny, warm, and romantic as well. Okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Virgo. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell, which lets you know when I update my next message, and it lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is actually very important to me. Also, if you'd like to enter the competition, all you have to do is find a moment of quietness and play a song called You're the Voice by John Farnham. Then write in the comment section below, as you listen to this song, I stand strong with an attitude of gratitude. Music, it raises vibrations, and since we're currently in a very critical point in the world, playing a song that raises vibrations is very important. If you don't like the song that was suggested by my guides, that's completely fine. Please choose one that resonates with you more. The effect shall be the same, but it's all about raising vibrations at this time. And my guides will point me in the direction of one subscriber to win the free personal reading, and I'll announce the competition winner at the end of the month. Okay, thank you so much, my beautiful Virgo, and love and light.